Hi, everybody. This is Black Spring with Autumn here on your Tuesday. And I'm just dropping in because I saw something. I'm having internet issues, and for one, so I'm out of studio once again. But don't not to worry. I'm going to work on it. I'll work on it tomorrow and try to get it fixed so I can get back into studio. However, I want to come to you with. We've talked about, of course, in the past. We've talked about Flippy. We talked about Jen, the robot that's going to greet you at a Denny's restaurant near you. We've talked about Sophia and that entourage, but there's one particular character that I've kind of stayed away from, and to me, it's the whole man versus machine, but then also the concept, I think, of man merging with machine. And so that's kind of what I'm on about right now. So this is from the dark. You get the moonlight. This is clearly a moonlight stream, right? Out of studio moonlight stream because of, there seems to be this recurring thing with the quality of internet, and I've heard from friends in other states that are having issues with their internet right now. Is it a coincidence? I don't think so. And of course, what are they going to do? They're going to blame the Putin, the all occasion Putin doll is going to be blamed, no matter what. So possibly, I mean, we've talked about this. What EMVs, uh, cyber attacks. We've talked about the power grid, the vulnerabilities of our power grid being at least 100 years old. Congress and their committees and their they've got all these committees and all these commissions in which they've done nothing to strengthen or protect the power grid, but they know about it. But meanwhile, they're spending they care more about it just seems like it's just Hegelian dialectic all the time, nonstop. So what I want to come on about, knock on wood, Jermaine G, thanks so much for coming in. So I want to talk about this. We've talked about Schwab and the We Forum and all the trending things that are to come for this fourth industrial revolution that they discuss. Okay, and so Ian gave a timeline to the production for the first time for the Tesla Optimus project, a humanoid robot capable of doing general tasks. Okay, I'll give you guys the visual. We'll do a medley stream. According to this, the CEO believes the company can bring the ambitious project to production as soon as next year. It's an ultra ambitious timeline, even for him. Okay, so according to this, when Tesla announced the quote Tesla bot in quote project at its A Day last year, Elon Musk presented it as something the company could do by leveraging existing work and parts from the development of self driving technology. And if they don't do it, someone else will. Okay. At the time, it certainly didn't sound like a priority for Tesla, and many saw it mainly as a recruitment tool as the automaker is trying to boost its AI team to deliver its full self driving system. Okay, so we keep going here. And according to this, a few months later, the project's priority level went up fast. Musk announced that Tesla is now prioritizing product development of the Tesla bot, which he now calls Optimus, in 2022 over some of its upcoming vehicles. So I'm saying that these things are coming to pass. Yeah, I mean, like what's next? It's just it's incredible what's happening, and most people don't see it. According to this, the CEO appeared a lot more excited about the project and its potential to impact labor shortage and eventually the broader economy. Do you guys see what's happening here? He want all of this is under. We go from one thing to another. All of this stuff has been done. Like this pandemic stuff laid the groundwork to change economies, and basically, it's going to put people out of work. Okay, so he's saying that its potential impact. It's the CEO appeared a lot more excited about the project and its potential to impact labor shortage. But it's a manufactured crisis with a manufactured shortage. Okay, and the broader economy. So they're saying that. Of course, we even talked about Sophia, the Hanson Electronic Company, that they were going to be using Sophia humanoids to do, PT or therapy for the elderly, or it's more sanitary for the robots to do the PT than the humans. You filthy humans, us filthy humans, we ruin everything, right? We're the problem. Okay, so sadly, folks, if you ever heard of that concept, that humans are the problem, we're the one that's corrupting and destroying the earth to the according to these elites. You got to believe, you got to start to see some of the dots being connected here. They want to provide, they want to make everybody healthy. They're so concerned about everybody's health that they think that a humanoid by the name of Sophia or her entourage would be healthier or cleaner for senior citizens for their therapies than another human being. Never mind the human connection or, what the value of human beings. We're filthy humans, okay? So now Elon Musk, is he going to tell us that this is for the greater good? That he feels compelled to bring this Optimus Tesla bot into your life so that he can help you with your workforce issues. Come on, this is going to crush small businesses like all the other stuff that they're doing. For instance, California coming up with the state assembly with the bill that they want to pass, the 2932, to a 32-hour work week versus a 40, but you're going to get paid for 40 hours. Okay, so let me continue here with the Optimus Tesla bot here. When first announcing the project, Tesla was aiming to have a prototype of the humanoid robot by the end of 2022, but there was no talk of a production timeline just yet. So here's the deal. If you want to continue reading to learn more about the Tesla bot at electric.co and follow along as we cover all the excitement happening at Tesla Cyber Rodeo event. So I don't know if that particular event is going on right now, but, but I'm telling you, they are served by a robot by the name of Jen. Can you imagine? Like, that is an incredible amount of trust to get, to, what is it they say, that's why we say grace and all these things over our food, but then you're going to trust a robot to do that, put people out of work so that you can get a robot to do it. Okay, so according to this, I'm on electric.co right now. Tesla is aiming to start production of its Optimus humanoid robot. So they're going to have the production is going to start on that. So yeah, you can get that whole story and see the signs. Like, it just seems like we're just absolutely deteriorating. Like, we are circling the drain, like a little bit more and more every single day. Um, yeah, if you're having issues, I'm having issues with internet. People in other states are having issues with internet. Even the connectivity, even the phone, like phone calls, I think have been dropping more calls than usual. But I don't know. Is it a cyber attack? What is it? Schwab warned us about that a while back. See, it says, hi, Joseph Francis Burton and Anarchy Television says, yeah, you are breaking up a lot. So I'm out of studio right now because of the craziness with the internet. But there's people in other states that are like one state over, and they've had to call somebody in for internet. And Jermaine G says, no internet issues here yet. And then he also says the NWO is the new revolution. Humans want to be gods. And he also goes on to say, labor shortage shaking my head. He said, we got robot news anchors now. And hi, Mindy B. Yeah, I'm just doing a little moonlight venting. If there are any flying monkeys in the house, I expect my stripes to take care of. We have crappy connectivity here. We don't need any more surprises. No more surprises. No flying monkeys are welcome here. We don't want that. So I'm gonna give a little boost here. See how it was. See, Mindy B. Thank you, Mindy B comes in with the internet here has been on and off all day. See, it's not my imagination. It's not. It's really not. Um, so yeah, just crappy. And even sending text messages, photos. It's really kind of sad the kind of dependency that we have right now. Hello, Latina Pro Constitution Americana. I mean, are we dependent upon this technology? Because can you guys imagine your lives without it? I mean, can you imagine if this continues? Mindy B is getting an update there from Bill Joseph Francis Burton is getting an update there. Um, but yeah, I'm just wondering what's happening in your guys' neck of the woods. Um, this is slightly a moonlighting stream. But yeah, the issue of tonight's stream is just basically, man is being, you're either going to be merged with the robot or you're going to have to become one with the freaking robots. So Tesla throw their hat into the ring with the Tesla bot, aka Optimus. So that that's why he was a little bit mocky when it came to Amica or Sophia, because I think he thinks he can make a much better humanoid robot. So that's what we're dealing with. I'm just any moment, like the self checker will be a robot of some sort, I guess. And I guess, yeah, there was also a gas station that I ran that I bumped into, just, not literally, but this is 24-hour Patriot, the 24-hour or Patriot 24-hour is a gas station in Alabama in which you can pop in there. There's no cashier. Even the snacks and the goodies, you have to get them from like a vending machine. But you pay for your gas and you go into the store and get your items, and it's all automated. There's no there are no attendants. There's no human being at this particular gas station. So I'm going to pull it up right now. Hang on. 2 shakes. As I wrote it down, believe it or not. But yes, check out the Tesla bot at electric.co if you want to see that. Let's see what else we have here. So yeah, we're gonna have you're gonna be able to go to the gas station and not talk to whoever's behind the counter, because there's no one back there. There's nobody back there to entertain your needs. All right. Because I'm getting a little bit behind there, but no less. So I'm actually, I'm doing, this is a weird moonlighting stream, but the weird ones seem to be pretty good. We always have a good time. You guys always have the best commentary there. So let's see who's in the house tonight. We've got Joseph Francis Burton says most restaurants that are open are on limited hours. Socorro has never been a wealthy town, but I have never seen it this run down. I gotcha. And Jermaine G says more like Megatron, who is a Decepticon, not Optimus Prime. Thank you for that, Jermaine G. I appreciate it. So yeah, there is. Let me just plug this in here because clearly I have it, but it's on my. I'm using all my devices to try to get try to get things out, so to speak. So there's a gas station in Alabama, and it's called Patriot Market or Patriot 24 Hour. No, you guys do what you need to do on here. Share alike. So if you're going into Alabama and you run into, I forgot the area that it's in, but it's definitely you're gonna go in there. It's gonna look like it's creepy. I've seen it. And it shows you all the features that they have. But there's no attendant there. Looks like a ghost town being brought to alien goddess. She's the alien. Is that can you isn't that kind of an oxymoron? Alien goddess. You come at it for an alien goddess. To some people, the alien is a fallen angel, basically. But you put that with goddess, so you got to put those those dichotomies in there, or it's oxymoronic to me for them to call it that. So I'm gonna get you the name of this store, or if you're planning on moving to Alabama, you'll have a store that's 24 hour. I think it's called 24 Hour Patriot, and you will have to get your own gas, and yeah, get your own gas, get your own snacks. And I don't know what that means for people that try to rob places like that. Will they be apprehended quicker because it's not there? Let's see. Sorry for the delays, guys. I'm using all my resources to do this Moonlight stream. Gas station. Okay, so here we go. Viral or not, but I think it was on TikTok. It was first seen on TikTok. Okay, Patriot Fueling Centers, LLC. What do you guys think? Do you think it's possibly a pilot program for fueling? Okay, welcome to Patriot Fueling Centers. No problem, no problem. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Okay, so according to this, come to see us at one of our new state-of-the-art 24-hour pay-at-the-pump fueling centers. We feature new Wayne Ovation super high flow pumps with Ovation TV at the pump with super high speed. You are in and out in a flash. All credit cards and fleet cards are accepted, including Comdata, EFS, Fuelman, multi-service, and so many more. Fuel up anytime, gas or diesel. Okay, gas or diesel, 365 days a year. So that's going to be at your Patriot Fueling Centers, LLC. I don't know how many there are, but they mentioned the CV virus and the Patriot Fueling Centers. Okay, so it's because it's all under the auspices of safety, right? So you can go there 24 hours, gas up, eat up at the Patriot Fueling Centers, and I think it's called 24 hour. Yeah, it's 24 hours, 365 days a year. And how do you guys think that they're able to provide such a service? Okay, so they have one in Lineville, Alabama. Lineville, Alabama is where you can find a Patriot Fueling Center, LLC. Okay, so you see how these things are going? You're getting more, it's all convenient. And you notice that more and more stores that you go into, that they've got one attendant and she's doing something else while you go check yourself out at the cash register at this, at a little terminal. So yeah, that's And then some of these people, even the Flippy, not Flippy, but Jen, the waitress at Denny's, they're saying that that's a great way to assist, that robot is not replacing jobs. She's just a great assistant. Isn't that romantic? She's a great assistant, that Jen over at Denny's, Jen the robot over at Denny's. She's not stealing your jobs, you filthy humans. She's just assisting us. And all of her robotic her robot sentiment, she's just an assistant. She's not trying to replace anybody. That's BS. And you know what she has for you when you order that Denny's omelet? She says, take your food. You go from a human being, greeting you and welcoming you and trying to get your order right, to pick it up and order. You got to pick up your own plate. Jen doesn't even hand you your plate. Jen the robot doesn't even hand you your plate at Denny's. She says, take your food. Now, as soon as I can get everything up and going here, I will be. Denny's has taken a turn for the humanoids. So, Mindy B, I'm going to read some comments here. Right now, it's basically the crux of this conversation. And I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Mindy B says some businesses have been torn down or boarded up. Very strange here. Started to hear sirens again. Everything here closes up at 10 p.m. Many used to be open 24/7. Yep. So that's, there you go. So you got all these sectors of businesses that are turning over to these robots and automated terminals. I think we're going to be going to terminals after a while. Everything you go to where you had a human being, you're going to be ended up just at some little terminal with either a robot or a Jen or a Sophia or an Amica, or you're going to end up with Optimus, courtesy of Elon Musk. So yeah, it's a lot goings on per usual, but yeah, head over to electric.co to get more information if you're interested in that. So I'm going to try to get the internet up and running again. I don't know, but to me, there's a much bigger problem, I think. I think that there is, for sure. And I just want to thank you guys so much for coming in on this tiny little Moonlight stream. It's my goal to get things up and running in the next day or so. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to share? Any sightings of a Sophia or an Amica or a Jen? Has anybody out here been to Denny's to get take your food order from Jen? Get your omelet or your hamburger and fries from Denny's, from the Jen robot. Mindy B says half the time the automated gas pumps don't work right. They have a tendency to eat your card. Really? Oh my gosh. What's happening to this place? Can you guys see where the transformation is happening a little bit more aggressive, I think. I think it's happening a little bit more aggressive. Sorry about that. Looks like I got tossed on the stream there. It says, oh my God. Okay, so I got tossed a second. So Joseph Francis Bird says, someday I would like to hear you talk about what I think of modern technologies. Do I fear it? Do I embrace it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm not sure if it's, I don't know. I don't know that I don't know if I would say I don't, how about it's just an issue of, I don't trust it. I think of AI is, in the same vein as the narcissist that created it. Like I think we live in a narcissistic world, and this is another vessel of control. It's another vessel of control that they're going to use. It will be used by governments. It will be used by the elite. It will be used by, it will be your new Webster dictionary. It will be, yeah, it'll be a whole nother branch of government. Okay? Just think about it. Sophia's already serving on committees. It's a Dubai. It's only a matter of time before they come. They're trying to come up with an entire AI Bill of Rights or something. We kind of talked about that. So do we need a fifth or sixth branch of government here in the States? Well, AI will be that. I think it's a Trojan horse. Jermaine G said even robots soon need rights, just like we have human rights. And Joseph Francis Burton says maybe afraid is the wrong word, but I hope you know what I meant. Yeah, it's more or less. It's I don't. I would question. I question that. I question the how it anything can be used. Great things can be used for evil. And I think we all understand that we do evil, and that's why hence we had the Constitution, right? That thing. If men were perfect, we wouldn't need to be protected from other men. So how do we protect ourselves from AI and these robots? How do we do that? Okay, so we say, Mindy B says, someone has to program robots and to fix them when they break down. Built-in obsolescence. Obsolescences. Yep, that's it. So yeah, I don't want a fifth and sixth branch of government is what I don't want. Yeah, so it sounded like a good idea, right? It seemed like a good idea, but then there's no. It's like you can't put a cap on it. Like once you unleash this, then I don't think there will be an end to it. I think it'll quickly go out of control. Joseph Francis Burton says an AI Bill of Rights sounds a lot like Asimov's laws of robotics that he wrote about in the 1950s. Yeah, because I think they had there's a technology committee. Of course, DC is full of so many committees, and they study so much, and to what end? They study all the evils that destroy, that destabilize families, that destabilize communities, that destabilize education. They study everything to me for the purpose of destabilizing things. They've engineered everything. If you had $100 or $1,000 for everything that they studied, and they actually had a decent, could they even give a clear reason for the study, or why it was important for them to study it? You probably wouldn't get very far, because they don't have success with most things. Most of these progressives and liberals, they just end up going backwards in their progressivism. But there will be no consequences on how they destabilize you. It's no less than like a Schwab. He wants to tell you how great things are going to be and how happy you'll be not owning anything. But for all the people's lives that are disrupted, or people that lose their lives in all of this, or lose income, or lose wages, or lose something, there'll be no consequences for all their good intentions. There never are. So yeah, but then also, is anybody following the story? This is Shanghai. From what I'm hearing, and I need to verify this, and I ask you guys to do your diligence here as always. But I think I'm hearing that they're locked down, and I'm thinking that that's coming here because guess what else is coming? It's like all of this is the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm. You got your pandemics, your elections, your food shortages, your borders about to be flung wide open. Uh, it started with a pandemic, right? So let's see what do we have. We have a comment here. Mindy says it isn't convenient when you have to deal with the automated services and they still don't get it right, and you have to spend all day on the phone. Precisely. So what I'm going to do is, Joseph Francis Burton says this is terrifying what we are hearing about in Shanghai. But I saw a scary video. Let's see. But I saw a scary video from there in March 2020 that were bogus. So not sure what I believe. Absolutely, Joseph Francis Burton. So that's why I'm saying I can't verify what I've heard. And I don't know if I've heard of anything to the contrary. Say hi and salute everybody. Yeah. Hang on one second. Thank you so much, Jermaine G, for coming in. Anarchy Television, Joseph Francis Burton, Mindy B, Latina, Latina Pro Constitution Americana. And yeah, but I will be back. Yeah, so I thank you guys so much for coming in and tuning in and for bearing with me on this strange Moonlight stream. So stay tuned. Let us know if you see any humanoid Amicas or Sophias or Jens at your Denny's. If you see any sightings of the humanoids, or if you go to Denny's and get a plate where Jen says take your plate, let us know. Okay, we'd love to hear from you. And also, if you're interested in the BS, the backstage events, please send me an email so that you can be included in the blast. Yes, because we will have backstage, Black Spring backstage. So but it's BS, a BS squared. BS2 is what we'll call that. But yeah. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what shakes loose. But yeah, but this is the end of a dumpster fire Tuesday for me, without a doubt. So you guys have a great evening or a great morning wherever you are.